Hello, and welcome back to our channel. If you've ever wondered whether size really matters when it comes to intimacy and pleasure, you're not alone. This is one of the most common questions, and it's something that gets talked about a lot, often with a lot of misinformation thrown in. But today, we're going to dive deep into the science and facts behind it. Is size really the most important thing in a satisfying sexual experience? Or is there more to this story? Whether you're single, in a relationship, or just looking to learn more about how your body works, we've got you covered. We'll also talk about ways to improve intimacy, communication, and pleasure, regardless of size. So stay tuned and let's explore the truth behind the myths. One of the biggest myths that many people hear is the idea that a larger penis automatically translates to better sex. The media and some popular culture have really played up this idea, but the truth is, size doesn't guarantee a better experience. In fact, most studies show that it's not the size of the penis that matters, but how it's used, the emotional connection between partners, and overall communication. Research indicates that sexual satisfaction for many individuals depends more on emotional closeness, foreplay, and overall comfort with their partner. And in fact, one study from the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that only a small percentage of women, less than 30%, prioritize penis size as a factor in sexual satisfaction. For the vast majority, it's the quality of the relationship, trust, and intimacy that plays a much larger role. Another common myth is that deep penetration is the key to sexual satisfaction. While deeper penetration can be pleasurable for some, it's not necessarily the most important aspect for everyone. In fact, many individuals report greater satisfaction from shallower penetration that focuses on areas like the clitoris, the G-spot, or the prostate. For example, the G-spot is located on the front wall of the vagina and can be stimulated more effectively in certain positions, even if penetration isn't very deep. Comfort, positioning, and communication are key factors that make a huge difference in how pleasurable sex can be. A deeper understanding of your partner's body and what they enjoy can lead to much more satisfying experiences than simply focusing on how deep you can go. Here's another misconception that can be pretty damaging. The idea that you need a certain size to please your partner is simply not true. In fact, people of all shapes and sizes can be amazing lovers. It's not about size, it's about how you use what you've got and how well you know your partner's body and desires. Good sex is about connection, communication, and understanding. So, what's the truth? Does size matter at all? Let's break it down scientifically. Understanding anatomy is crucial to understanding whether size has a real impact. Let's start with the anatomy of the vulva and vagina. The vaginal canal is about 3 to 4 inches deep, and it can stretch and accommodate varying sizes of penises. The most sensitive area of the vagina is the first few inches, where the G-spot resides. For many individuals, external stimulation, such as clitoral stimulation, is far more important for reaching orgasm than internal penetration. In fact, for 70–75% of women, clitoral stimulation is the primary way they reach orgasm. Penis size only plays a role in certain positions and when there's a good understanding of what feels best for the person receiving penetration. The important thing is not how big your partner is, but how you connect, communicate, and explore pleasure together. When it comes to intimacy and satisfaction, technique and communication are far more significant than size. A study published in the Journal of Sex Research found that the ability to communicate sexual needs and desires was one of the most important factors in sexual satisfaction for couples. This means that no matter your size, talking about what feels good, what your partner enjoys, and finding the right rhythm and pressure are all more important than how large you are. Everyone's body is different, and so are their preferences. Some people may enjoy deeper penetration, while others may prefer lighter, more intimate, or clitoral-focused experiences. Understanding these preferences is key, and this requires honest conversation with your partner. There's no universal best size or best technique. It's all about figuring out what works for you and your partner. Now that we've debunked the myths, let's talk about how positioning plays a huge role in sexual pleasure. regardless of a slight tilt of the pelvis achieved by placing a pillow underneath, can enhance the angle of penetration and G-spot stimulation. It's also great for eye contact, which can enhance emotional connection and intimacy. Cowgirl, riding position allows the receiving partner to control the depth and rhythm of penetration. It also gives them a better chance at clitoral stimulation during the act. Plus, it allows for great communication and eye contact. Spooning. For those who enjoy a more intimate and gentle experience, spooning allows for a close, comfortable, and non-penetrative approach. You can also easily add manual stimulation for added pleasure. Doggy style. If deeper penetration is something you and your partner enjoy, doggy style can help, but it's also important to communicate with your partner to avoid discomfort. Adding a pillow under the receiving partner's hips can make a big difference in comfort and satisfaction. At the heart of any great sexual experience is strong communication. Talk openly about your likes, dislikes, and desires. Discuss positions, what feels good, and what you'd like to try. Let's face it, sex is about connection, not performance. When you communicate openly, you create a space for both of you to feel comfortable and explore together. And remember, intimacy is not just about physical touch. It's also about emotional closeness. Sexual satisfaction is strongly linked to emotional intimacy, and feeling close to your partner can enhance your sexual experiences. Confidence plays a big role in how you approach sexual intimacy. If you've ever felt insecure about size, it's important to remember that confidence is incredibly attractive. Take time to connect with your partner on an emotional level. Be open about your insecurities and encourage them to do the same. When you feel safe and loved, it enhances both the sexual and emotional aspects of your relationship. To sum up, size doesn't dictate sexual satisfaction or intimacy. The quality of your connection, communication, and willingness to explore with your partner are far more important. Whether you're large or small, the best thing you can do is be mindful of your partner's needs and be open to finding what works for both of you. So, does size matter? The answer is not really. What matters most is creating a connection, communicating openly, and being willing to learn about each other's bodies and desires. Embrace your uniqueness. Be confident in your abilities. And always remember that pleasure isn't determined by a number. It's about how well you connect with your partner. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more science-based content on intimacy, relationships, and sexual health. Share this video with someone who might benefit from the truth behind these myths. And remember, intimacy is about exploring together, growing together, and enjoying the connection you share. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.